Hey guys, so today's video is going to be a video that is a little bit different, but something I wanted to sort of share with you guys. A lot of people do all kinds of different hauls, and this is something that I've sort of accumulated over the last couple months, but it is a film analog camera haul. I guess a random number for getting new cameras. But yeah, so I have 4 that I've sort of gathered over the last little bit, and I kind of wanted to share them with you guys. For those of you who don't know, I am a vintage camera collector. I use collector loosely because it's not like I'm collecting hundreds of them. It's a slow and steady thing that, like, if I find something that is in my price range, I get it. And like, I'll even get stuff that, like, you know, if it looks cool and it doesn't work, then that's fine. If it does work, bonus. I'm gonna put my glasses on for a second just so I can kind of point you guys over here. This is just my mannequin here that has a couple of cameras on it. Let me move this over a little bit. I don't know how well you can see. But yeah, I have like a vintage camera there. I have my old Canon, and then on the other side is another camera that's kind of hanging off of that one. So yeah, and then all my other ones are kind of out displayed in my apartment. Also, I'll kind of add before I get into this video what lip color I'm wearing, because I know I'm probably gonna get questions. This is the Sephora lip cream in 15. I love these. I actually find these more long lasting than both Lime Crime and Kat Von D. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the one that I found first. And the one that I found first was completely by like accident. Jeff and I ended up going to the big art gallery in our city. It's Canada's National Art Gallery. National Art Gallery of Canada. Yeah, so it's the biggest, it's the big one. So we decided to go to the gift shop, and normally they have like Lomography, Lomo cameras, like little plastic cameras, you know, in there, and I didn't see any, so I decided, I was like, oh, I might as well just ask the girl. She's like, oh, actually, like, they were on sale. I have some in the back. I'll see how much they're on sale for. So I'm like, sweet. So I ended up picking this up. This is the Lomography Fisheye 2. This is just what the box looks like. There's some crap in there, but I'll show you guys what the actual camera looks like. This is what it looks like. It is a 35mm camera, and I currently have film in it, so I can't very well open it. But it basically has like the fisheye lens, so if you guys can look up fisheye photos. But this one I really like because this actually has a option on it to do multiple exposures. I've taken a couple rolls with it, and I have yet to get it developed because it's just expensive, and I kind of forgot to get it developed. Also, Walmart used to develop film, and Walmart's not developing film anymore, so thanks, buddy. Like, they did that kind of like a month before I got all of these guys where I'm going to be shooting a ton of analog film, and I'm like, great. So I have to kind of look for some more like indie shops in order to get it done. But yeah, so anyway, I love this one. This one's really cool. The little attachment on the top comes off. It actually doesn't have a viewfinder whatsoever, so this is kind of like a point of reference. Like, this is maybe kind of what you're taking a photo of. But one of the big things with Lomography is sort of the idea of shooting from the hip, which means you have like a general subject matter like over there, but you kind of just randomly shoot, which is a kind of a foreign idea for me, and it's a foreign idea for a lot of people to kind of just shoot like leisurely at your will, especially with film, because, you know, with a digital camera it's very easy to go click, 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 and there's 900 shots. Whereas, you know, one of these has 36 shots, so you kind of have to be a little bit more mindful but loose at the same time, and that's something that I really like about analog film. Yeah, so I've yet to see what film looks like out of this. I'm hopeful. We shall see. I paid, I think it was $50 for this. The actual box, I think it was like $120 or something, but I know I paid like 40 or 50 bucks for it, which is awesome. So definitely a deal on that. Also that day, I ended up using a couple rolls. They had 35mm film on sale. So yeah, you can see that there's 3 rolls, each have 36 shots on them, and they were 50% off, so they were $7 a piece. So I picked up 3 and yeah, because trust me, if you can get cheap film, just get it. Like, there's no questioning that. So that's what I do whenever I find any kind of cheap film. I don't care what it is, good quality, low quality, Lomography or Kodak or anything. I'm always sure to get it because I'll use it at some point in time. And then the next 3 that I got, I actually ended up picking up all in the same day. I was on a little group that we have for our city that basically people kind of exchange stuff. Kind of like an online exchange thing where it's like, hey, I have this stuff, like what are you willing to offer for me for it, or that kind of thing. So I saw a girl was selling this guy, and this one is kind of the really cool one. This is another camera from Lomography. I really love their cameras, like their little cheap set of plastic cameras. And this one is something completely new to me, and this is 120 medium format film, which is something that I haven't done. I've done 35mm. I've done big cameras like to put your head under the thing and stretch the thing out. Cameras that like 4x5 negatives, like they're huge. I've also shot an 8x10 camera where the negative itself is an 8x10 negative and it costs like $16 per shot. I've shot one of those, but I've never done this. This is kind of like the middle between a 4x5 and a 35mm, because if you guys are familiar with cameras at all, you guys kind of know what a 35mm film strip looks like. It's a small one, like yay big. A 4x5, the negatives are like, you know, that size a piece. This one is kind of in the middle, like it's kind of in the middle. That's why they call it medium format and not large format. But yeah, I have yet to use medium format film, and it's something a little different. So I'm very excited. Like I can open this up for you. I'll show you guys. So yeah, so this is kind of the back of it. So you actually have to load it like really complicatedly, which is why I haven't done it yet. But basically I got this because the girl never used it. She's like, I got it and I never used it. I ended up getting another camera, and she's selling it with a bunch of stuff. So I thought, why not? And it was way cheaper than what it was on the website. Again, she's selling it for like 50% off with some other stuff that would have cost a lot more. So I was like, yes, please. Meeting with her and, you know, gave her some money. She gave me this stuff. So definitely keep an eye out for that kind of thing, like whether it be, you know, Kijiji or whatever. Keep an eye out. So what she actually ended up giving me with it is a packet of 3 film for it. The thing is with medium format is that you only get 16 shots on this or 12 shots depending on how big the square is. It does shoot perfectly square pictures, which is like, this is the original Instagram, folks. This is called a Diana F+, in case you guys are curious. I don't think I said that at the beginning, but it's called a Diana F+, and essentially this is like the original Instagram picture. So if that doesn't get you kind of excited, I don't know what will. But yeah, she gave me 3 rolls of film, and I think, sorry, no, she gave me 5 rolls of film because she had a roll in it that she didn't use yet, and I actually didn't realize she had a roll in it, and I kind of took it out and ruined it. But so 5 rolls of film, as well as another one, so 6 technically. It's just a Kodak one that she had bought. And then she also gave me the basic instruction manual, and then this is also the book, like a solid book about the Diana F, and it has like really cool, really fantastic photos in it. Somebody's grandma, but you can see that, like, you know, the quality of it's like that cloudy, like beautiful sort of like Instagram picture kind of quality. So I'm very, very excited to shoot with this. I'm going to try to shoot with this in the next month, so I'll let you guys know when I get some pictures back. I'll be sure to share them if they turn out. Mostly because I got that camera because I'm going on a mini vacation to Niagara Falls. If you guys know what Niagara Falls is, a giant waterfall, like it's amazing. And so I'm hoping to take that and take some pictures when Jeff and I go on vacation. So I'll have to let you know how that works. Really, really excited for that. Okay, so the other 2 cameras that I picked up that day were something that was just completely random. I picked them up at what is like the biggest garage sale that like my city knows. It's the annual Glebe garage sale. I have an itch on my nose. Streets and streets and streets, and like thousands of like sellers. And so what I always do is I try to go down for like 6 a.m. when everyone starts setting up, and I try to find cameras. Like that's my main thing, is like I try to find cameras or board games or, you know, like anything that like I'm really, or like picture frames, that kind of thing. and I try to go down there. Like, I will even go so far as tell people, like, because all my friends kind of go, it's like, hey, split up. If you're going to the Glebe garage sale, here's my text, like, you know, here's my number. Text me if you find cameras, and I'll be like right there. Let me know what street you're on. I found this one, or these two actually. This man was selling them together, and he had a couple other ones too, but they weren't really my thing. Seriously, I have an itch and like a cat hair, I think, like under my makeup or something, and it's driving me insane. But yeah, he was selling them and he had no idea what they were worth, in my opinion. And that's kind of the joy of the Glebe garage sale, is that it's not like it's an antique mart where people know what something's worth, like they've had it appraised. The garage sale is kind of like, I got all this crap, I kind of don't want to lug this home, or I got all this crap, I don't want to bring it on my truck and take it back home, right? So people are just really willing to like get rid of stuff. You do have some people that are like, oh, like, well, I'm gonna highball you, obviously, and you kind of have to haggle down, but I mean, that's any garage sale, right? So these are two that I got, and these are like old cameras, and so I got two for 15 bucks. Like, what? The guy's like, oh, like, you know, he's like, how much is this one? He's like, oh, 10 bucks. I'm like, can you give me these two for 15? He's like, yeah, sure. So I'm gonna kind of tell you guys through this one first, because this one actually doesn't work. I didn't realize, again, like, I didn't care if they worked or not. I always buy like old cameras assuming that they don't work, so that like when they do, it's like, like some kind of miracle, right? And I'm super surprised. So yeah, this one is a Minolta A is what it's called, and if I can remember correctly, I got this a while back, like more than a month ago. I did my research on it, and this one, and I think this one was from Japan, 1956, I think. Don't quote me on that, but I did some research on it, and I think that's what it's from. It's really cool, and the thing is that I tried so hard to make this work. I have a lot of like expired film rolls, and so I kind of put it in and see if it's gonna work. Sadly, the only reason why it won't work is because I can't get it open. The back part comes right off. The reason why it won't work is this thing, like once you shoot and you turn it, this doesn't actually turn very well, and so my film kept getting stuck and it would rip my film. Of course, the one time that I want to show you guys, it actually is moving, so I don't know if it's just a matter of maybe getting it cleaned and it will work. I don't know. I don't know if I'll go that far as to like take it in and get it cleaned. But for now, at the very least, it's a pretty cool item. And really, for $7.50 getting like this vintage camera from the 1950s, I think I will. So yeah, it's really cool. So I loved getting stuff like this and then I can't put that back on there right now, but I love getting stuff like this and then sort of figuring out the history behind it, figuring out how it works, because every one of these like old analog cameras is like a kind of mystery in itself. Like, how do I get the bag off? How do I make it work? Like, where's the shutter? And like, you know, like what focuses and what doesn't, and yeah, it's really cool. So it's a shame that this one maybe doesn't work. Like, again, if I were to take it in, it might. But yeah, at the very least, very cool, and has a story sitting on my desk. Also, this one is solid like metal, so it's freaking heavy. This one is like feather light, and so it's the difference between sort of like, I like plastic cameras, cheap plastic cameras, and I like old school heavy cameras. It's weird. This one is 35mm, obviously, like you would put your film in here, stretch it over, and wind it. It's just for some reason, once I get film in, that wasn't winding like at all, and it is now, so like it's not turning all the way, but it is moving. So I don't know, maybe you guys are my lucky charm, but I haven't played with this in a month and now it's working. The other one that I got that day, and again, the guy that I got it from is this really cute like Montreal Canadian kind of guy. It's very super like fun accent. If you know that accent, it's great. And he's like I don't know, he's like because I asked him, I said, like, do you like, you know, people not like looked at these, because I kind of found him late in the day, and he's like, oh, like this guy came over earlier, and he's like, oh, you know, how much is this? And he's like, oh, $40. And he's like, the guy just whipped out his money, because I told him, I said, you do realize that people come here to look for cameras, like this is what people do. Like, he's like, oh, I didn't know that. And so I totally just got stuff off him for like dirt cheap. So if you don't know what you're selling, that's the kind of people you want. So I would say that like my major find is this guy. Oh, this guy is incredible. It's freaking amazing, and there is film in it. I have film in it right now, so I can't open up the back, but I would if I could, and it's really cool. This one is called a Bellica. I don't know if you can read it. It's like engraved in there. It is from West Germany. All you can see, like the stuff in the back is in German. And this one was made in April 1951, and there's very few of them made, and they're super, super rare, and I can't even find this one online, like period, like at all, on eBay. I did find this guy. This one was hard to find too, but I think there was one on eBay for like 90 bucks. I don't know like what quality that was in, but this one I couldn't find anywhere. I found one that someone like had already sold, and it was for like $120. So if that goes to show that like it might be that much. But yeah, so the cool part is, you guys are gonna pee when you see this. This part flips up. So yeah, so this part flips up. You press this guy, and then it opens up. It opens up like that. So you can sit it kind of like this. But basically, it has like the little foldy shutter thing. It's so rad. I do have film in it right now, so I could always take a picture, but so basically how you take a picture is you cock this, you know, you make all your settings and adjustments, that kind of thing. You shoot, and it clicks. And then what you have to do is you press this button on the bottom, and you twist this until it stops, which is kind of dangerous sounding. Yeah, so there you go. So that's how you wind the film in it. What? So yeah, I didn't even realize that this popped up. Like, I knew it had to do something, and I was in the car after I bought them, and we were walking around all day, and like I just pressed a button and pulled this thing, and it just went, and it was such an exciting moment. I was like, shit, like, it's so cool. And again, I have film in here. I'm pretty sure it's going to work, guys. Like, I am fairly certain. Again, this is another sort of test of mine. If it does work, I did put a film roll in it, and it seems to be advancing. My only issue was getting it to release. So what I might have to do is like go in an actual dark room, or like turn all the lights off in my apartment, block the light under the door, get under a blanket, and kind of roll it back myself, like in the bathroom or something. But yeah, I think this works, and I swear if it works, it's gonna be so cool, because one of the reasons why I love stuff like this is because part of me just thinks, like, who owned this? You know, like what person in their life and what point in their life did they own this? What kind of pictures did they take? You know, how many family photos went through this, or how many, you know, different people's memories were shot through this camera, especially if it's from 1951, and especially sort of like East-West Germany. I think it was East Germany, that this West Germany, I don't remember, but it was some place in Germany that this was made, especially around like that time period. So cool. I did ask an old co-worker of mine about it, because she's in her 70s, and she obviously was from Germany, and so I asked her, I said, hey Renata, like, have you seen something like this? And she's like, yeah, she's like, I can remember those, and like stuff like that. It was really cool. So that was a kind of an added bonus, that it was happened to be a camera that was from that sort of period, and I have like a connection to somebody who might have actually seen one of these before. So that was really cool, and I had a good time like looking this up. I also found old instruction manuals for it, which was just really cool. One thing that is broken on it is just the thing to count how many pictures it takes, and so that is broken, which is fine. I just kind of have to like mentally keep track of like what photo I'm on, which is fine. I always just like write it down. But yeah, so this is another one that like I'm so excited if it works. It's gonna be amazing. So yeah, that is my haul of all the sort of like film analog cameras that I've collected over the last little while, last couple months. And so yeah, that's kind of like my hobby. It's like another hobby. I have a lot of hobbies, as you guys know, but that's one that is definitely still my love, and I love it a lot. And so yeah, I have 4 cameras here. 3 of them maybe work. 2 of them will probably definitely work. This guy is a maybe, it might work. And then the other one, I'll have to see, because apparently that one knob is now turning, so I don't know. But yeah, I'll have to keep you guys posted. Let me know if you like this kind of video, if you guys are curious about like what kind of photos they actually come out of it, because I can always make a couple like camera videos here and there. because it is something I love, and if you guys like that kind of video, I'm more than willing to do it. But yeah, so let me know if you guys like this kind of stuff, and if you guys shoot any film cameras, or if everyone's sort of digital and on their phones, because I like that. I have a spot for that too, but something about not knowing what your picture is going to turn out until you go and get it done is just exciting to me. So yeah, let me know if you guys are doing good, and until my next one, I'll talk to all you soon. Bye.